I feel like there's somewhere I haven't explored yet because it has the thing there, like explore the base, optional. So I feel like there must be something I haven't explored yet, but I feel like I went into every room. Like, where else could I go? Maybe I have just explored it all. That's a toilet. I saw a place to drop down earlier. Maybe I need to go check out there. I'm trying to keep up with chat a little bit right now. Oh, dude, I would love to fly around on a storm bird in this game.
Through that door is a trail that leads towards Plainsong.
The exit.
So I could head back east if I need to, once we're done here.
Correct.
Oh, is this like my path into the west? Like going through here?
Oh, I've been down here before. It's where I first got into the facility.
Yeah, except I think this door didn't open before? No, we definitely came in through here.
For?
This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data from the terraforming system. This is where it would have been stored.
Okay, makes sense.
Aloy, you have now visited all accessible rooms of the facility.
Okay, cool, I figured. Thank you for letting me know that I'm done looking around at optional stuff. I appreciate that, video game. Alright, let's go talk to Gaia and see where this leads next, chat.
Okay. Maybe it's time to talk to Gaia.
Maybe it is.
I'll leave you to it.
Oh, you guys aren't gonna come with me? Alright, that's fine. I guess they're gonna go make out in a corner or something. Alright, Gaia. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure if we were gonna be rebooting Gaia or not in this game. I thought if we would, it would be near the end of the game. I'm surprised we got her back so soon. I'm very intrigued to see how this will go.
Hello, Aloy.
Hi. So you're... ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete. All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
Yeah. But two big ones first.
Ooh, we're gonna be here for a little while. Subordinate functions first.
We're not gonna be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced. I will search for the others now. Transmitting query pattern. Receiving. Of Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia, I can find no trace. They are simply gone.
What about the others?
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are revealed. They lie within reach, procurable.
And Hephaestus?
It too stands revealed, but it is not like the others.
That's for sure.
In the years since the Extinction Signal, Hephaestus has evolved. Moreover, it is not confined to a single location. It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Let me guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Unfortunately, we cannot. Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location, and find the physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
The cartridge your root kernel was stored on?
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one subordinate function at a time. But in all other respects, it will suffice.
So if we get Demeter, Poseidon, and Ether back, plus Minerva, that's 4, and then apparently we can get Hephaestus. That's only going to be 5 out of 10. Is that going to be, like, okay? We're only going to have half of Gaia. I imagine Gaia can last just fine without Hades anymore, and probably Apollo is, like, just lost to the wind, nothing to do about that. So that leaves 3 others that, like, who knows what happened. Who knows what's going on with that? I'm interested to see what we go with here.
Maybe you can help me make sense of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sobek with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
Do you know who they are?
The answer to that question is related to the extinction signal that woke Hades, prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy. The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away. A distance so vast that light itself requires 8.611 years to cross it.
Far Zenith did make it to the other planet. Oh, baby.
So, what's so far away, and why does it want us dead?
The Sirius star system.
Sirius? But that's where Far Zenith, their ship...
The Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up. Unless... I don't... Why make it seem like they failed? They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait. The strangers who tried to kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from... that they're descendants of... Far Zenith?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
Yo, this is sick. This is so cool. I cannot wait to see where they go with this. Ooh, baby, that's like... Oh, I was not expecting Far Zenith to, like, be a thing going into this game, but after, and especially after that first bit with, Travis Tate, where he, like, oh, you tried to steal Gaia, screw you guys, or whatever, I was like, oh, Far Zenith, like, maybe they actually aren't, like, a big deal in this game or not, but they totally are, that council or whatever is. Oh, dude, I can't wait to see where this goes. I can't wait to see where this goes. Drone Hunter, thank you so much for gifting 5 Tier 1 subs. Greatly appreciated, brother. Thank you for the support. Everyone who got a sub, enjoy your benefits and whatnot. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Oh, I got so many questions. Oh my goodness, we're gonna be here for 7 years. Alright. There's more about Zenith, so let's do Zenith first.
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting, after a total of 17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
Alright, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, dude. I like it. I like it. Pretty cool. Also, yeah, someone in chat mentioned they have parts of Gaia. They should, actually. They should have one of the only parts of Gaia that we can't get a hold of, which is Apollo. They should have an alpha build of Apollo, but they shouldn't have anything else. That should be the only piece they have, is the alpha build of Apollo. They should only have that one subordinate function, which I bet is why they have the clone of Elizabeth and they're trying to get a hold of Gaia, because they don't have all the others. I wonder if Sirius, the planet they're on, is like, it's becoming not habitable, and so to make their new planet habitable, they need Gaia to like take care of their planet, and they just want to get rid of Earth so that they can have it and be like the only humans in the universe or something.
So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes, as your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates. They appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah, no kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. Perhaps a way can be found to defeat their shielding.
Yeah, I hope so. Or I'm not gonna be winning fights against them anytime soon. The Extinction Signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
So the signal could only have been sent by someone who had thorough knowledge of the system, huh?
Yes. The signal's design was exceptionally precise and highly advanced. Were its intentions less malevolent, I would admire the intellect or intellects that produced it.
The descendants I ran into at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. So that's consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Yes. As your own experience demonstrates, a clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
The Odyssey carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard the ship in storage.
That's... okay, but... I mean... This clone... How could she participate in this? Destroying Elizabeth's dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek? A subordinate? I don't think so.
She looked like she was basically in the position of being a slave. I mean, like, they call her Beta, first of all. She doesn't even have a real name. And they obviously use real names because the guy that they said to kill me, his name was like Eric or something? I don't remember his name, but it was like a normal human name. But they called the Sobek clone Beta. And then, like, as soon as they saw Aloy there and all that, they, like, had the machine wrap up Beta and, like, pull her away, and it looked like she was panicked when it happened. So I'm pretty sure she's, like, being used against her will. She might have been, like, from birth. I doubt she was, like, raised by someone like Ross. She was probably raised, like, as a tool from birth, would be my guess.
The sole purpose of the signal was to destroy life on Earth, right? Why would descendants of Far Zenith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
True.
Unless... well... could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I mean, if they did that... if they booted their own Gaia and boosted her power... until she could take control of Hephaestus. And then the whole terraforming system.
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the Extinction Signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere, to their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Extinction, instead of salvation. Well, this is not good.
It's looking pretty bad, actually. Pretty bad.
You said Sirius is really far from Earth.
81 trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the Extinction Signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light. If they did not set out for Earth until they learned of the Extinction Signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin.
Yeah, it's just a lot to take in. Oh my word, that was so much just for that, and we're still not done!
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
Again, I want to bring up, I really think Horizon is going to be a trilogy game. Maybe it won't be a trilogy game. Maybe by the time we finish Forbidden West, it'll be like, we're all done. That's it. 2 games and that's all. I hope there'll be a third one because I love Zero Dawn and man, I'm loving Forbidden West. But maybe they're leaving out these missing subordinate functions that they put aside as like, these ones aren't really like super important for right now. You can save the world without them. But maybe they'll come up in a potential third game as like, we should really like get Artemis and Apollo and whatever the third one was, Euthesia or whatever, like the gestating one. That's unfortunate to lose Artemis of all of them, though. I mean, Apollo's probably the biggest loss. That's what Silence would say. But it's unfortunate to lose Artemis. Could like bring back dinosaurs and stuff, make more animals.
The 3 subordinate functions that you detected. What do we know about them?
All 3 are relevant to problems currently plaguing the biosphere. Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life. If all three were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density. But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost, and paranoid.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
Exactly.
Yeah, they were never meant to be their own AIs out on their own doing stuff.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important. Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
Well, at least you don't need Hades. That would be a problem.
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8%, of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances,
Hephaestus would take control.
Hephaestus would absorb me, rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
A merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Hopefully 3? Or 4?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.